We did have a written invitation, yes?
Correct.
Yes. So upon approaching the bouncers, I show them the invitation.
They take a close look.
Park
Alright.
for 3.
You can come in. Now, we will require you to leave all weapons with the guards inside. They will be returned to you upon exiting.
Sounds fair.
Very well.
Do not offer violence, and you will not be offered violence in return. May you be enlightened, friends. As you enter, you see a small corridor leading to another room with a significantly larger complement of guards. A full 8 people in here, all of them visibly modified. Some have extra arms, some are of a more beastly appearance, including someone you know, the jackal-headed guy who gave you the item. What did you end up doing with the charm?
We gave it away
Right, you gave it away for disposal.
to the
Wise
interrogator.
choice. Wise choice indeed. The jackal-headed man nods to you. Welcome to this little soiree. If you would leave your weapons with us.
All right. And I place my like little stub revolver on the like in the little bin. I imagine they have a bin.
It's more of a big lockbox.
Yeah. It's very obviously not the weapon that I'm fucking hiding.
Madam?
Let me check what did I even have as weapons.
You have a hand flamer, don't you? Because you're
I have actually 2 flamers and a chain
shit.
blade.
Fucking shit.
Well, I've only brought the big one.
You
So
could say
I'll-
she's a hot sister.
Oh, fuck my knee!
Exactly. So while the Arbitrace places his tiny wee stub revolver in the armored
Arbitrace?
box, I'll just throw in my massive fuck off flamer.
I'm not an Arbitrace.
He nods to you. The pet?
Yeah, I'll just throw my shit in there.
You actually have.
Literally.
Very good. Anything else you have to leave behind?
Nah, that about covers it.
I believe this is the part where you roll your
Yep.
hiding check.
Okay.
I believe it's
Hidey,
that of
hidey
hand,
hole.
correct?
Ah, perfect. Good luck trying to find it.
Yeah, no, they literally can't beat that. I'm not even rolling. They can't beat
That's
that.
almost fucking 9 degrees of success. Jesus.
Do any of you have any more weapons that you want to hide?
No, they would probably either be back at the hideout if we do, but I'm not gonna even try and attempt if hiding here.
It is indeed in the hidey hole.
The prison wallet?
Yes.
No, clearly
Now,
I'm taking.
now I'm
It's how you keep yourself safe in prison. You just walk up to someone, you make a big circle with your hands and say, hey, my asshole is this big.
No, clearly I'm taking my filtration plug and dose of detox with us. So if they try and poison us,
yes, filtration plug.
filtration. perforation plug. It's. I never seen anybody use one of those.
Also, Marcus, I'm very concerned now about what kind of shiv that was you handled in.
Oh, you don't want to know. No, it was my stub pistol.
Was that a sharp pen from your prison wallet?
It's a napkin with chloroform on it.
Actually, better off when he asked for me for my weapons, I just point at the explosive color and kind of just shrug.
Alright, if there's nothing else you have to head in, I welcome you to the Horned Lord's Ball. And he opens the door behind him and motions for you to go through. As you do, you see a sight you did not expect. A grand ballroom. Just move you to that map. A room with chandeliers, gilded columns. Nothing you would have expected from the outside of this warehouse. There's a large open area in the middle where there's people, partygoers, a few tables with refreshments, as well as a balustrade that wraps around the room, let's say about 4 meters up, which can be reached over a set of stairs. There's already 5, maybe 6 dozen people in here. Most of them do not look fancy. You have your average workers. There's quite a few people in mechanicum robes here. But every once in a while, dotted among the others, there are people in finer clothing, some of them with people who are quite obviously bodyguards.
Hmm.
All
Can
in
we
all,
identify any of the partygoers?
an awareness check.
Ba-ba-da-ba.
Remind me, were you with the others when you saw the finely dressed man who had the war beast, the personal one?
When was that?
I believe as they exited the Arbitrate's headquarters after meeting Jackie Chan.
Yeah, I was there.
Excellent. He's among the party guests.
Okay.
With that check, you also see that far in the back, there is a man quite visibly different from all the others, speaking to a group of people.
How different?
Well,
Or different how?
Well, his face is more of a ram's skull with horns. The back of his head
Spooky.
having less hair and more bristles or fur. In fact, as you look around more closely, almost everyone in this room has been modified to some degree. Some more visibly, as the horned man in the back.
He has
Some
bristles
less with,
instead of hair kind of on the back.
yeah, sort of bristly fur.
Aurora, did you spot Sonic?
Possibly,
No.
yes.
No, she did not. I just put down his
Aw.
token. I don't even want to know why you made that connection. In
Oh, never
fact,
mind. It's
basically,
a godlike from fucking Pillars of Eternity.
can't say I know what that is. You really had to ram that one in, didn't you?
Yes.
So, pretty much the only part guests who who don't have visible modifications are the ones in really fine clothing. Those, however, to a man, do not have any visible modifications.
Hmm.
So, what is it you would like to do? Would you like to mingle?
I suppose none of the people around appear to be our illustrious host.
Certainly none of them are the Grand Duke Feline.
Right.
Then again, there is a horned man, and this is the Horned Lord's ball.
That is fairly poignant. Well, I suppose we should mingle. If there were some other people who arrived roughly at the same time, we could probably like follow their, initiative.
There's some people trickling in after you. You can just follow them. Most of them just move towards other groups of people, usually finding someone they already know. Some of them instead go for the tables with the refreshments.
Right. Well, in that case, I think mingling would be the proper thing to do.
So do you just walk up to a group?
Well, does Mr. Face have any good ideas on this?
Mr. Face.
Yes.
Is
Yeah,
that
Chris.
what I am now?
This is your opportunity to shine.
Okay. Let's start a mingling. Let me think. So based on the kind of all the people that you've seen so far, who do you think kind of stands out the most?
I suppose the two people who don't have any modifications?
Sure, I'll go approach one of them.
So you approach one of the people with the very fine clothing.
Yeah.
You approach an older gentleman in a dapper suit who turns around and looks at you. Can I help you?
Salutations. Might I have the pleasure of knowing your name?
I am Viscount Valtis. How can I help you?
I'm new to this ball, I guess this planet really, and I was just trying to meet some people, mingle, and all of that.
I see you are new among the enlightened.
Yes.
It is always a pleasure to meet someone who has just recently joined the fold. If I may ask, how did you find your way to us?
A friend of a friend. I started doing a bit of work here when we departed from our ship.
I see, so you're from off-world?
Yes.
Hmm.
I'm
That
from
is a
the
rarity.
I'm from the garden world of Lucia.
That is a rarity. We do not often get off-worlders from among our numbers.
Well, I made quite the impression.
I'm sure that's true. I see you haven't furthered yourself yet.
Not yet. I have not had the opportunity of being on this planet too long to have that luxury.
I'm sure can help with that. Have you given thought to how you might enhance yourself?
I was looking for something exotic.
See, not the usual choice to go for one's first transcension.
Well, I'm not a usual man.
Fair enough. Something fully transformative then. Do you have something special in mind?
I'll know it when I see it. But it would be something glorious.
Of that I'm certain. As all modifications are. A true way to transcend humanity.
How many balls is our fair host held here?
Here, maybe half a dozen. I personally have attended around 4 times that number in different locales.
When I swang down here with my entourage, I saw that it appeared to be on the outside just a warehouse. I was a bit confused.
I'm afraid the local governance does not look too kindly upon us. They still hold these antiquated ideas that humanity by itself could somehow be perfect and beyond improvement. Whereas we, of course, know that is false.
Well, when have the local authorities ever been helpful to their betters?
True. You'd think they would have learned from their emperor's example. Has not the emperor himself made improvements to humanity for his chosen?
He very much did.
How ridiculous is it then to prevent, to regulate, to look down upon the modified?
It is completely
Improved.
It is completely asinine to see the original plans as being the most superior when there's so much to work with.
See, you will be a true brother in our faith. Tell me, have you met our host yet?
No, not yet. I was looking forward to.
Would you like me to introduce you?
That would be lovely.
No, I do not believe I have caught your name. Or that of your companions.
I forgot if we were using cover names.
We might as well.
I think we flat out used our real names. Actually, I know for a fact I did use my real name because I was just selling myself on the concept of being an officer, which worked. So, shit, I'll just use my real name. Oh, it's Kirby.
Well then, Mr. Kirby. Would you like to come along?
Sure.
Your friend and your pet, of course, are invited.
I look over at Aurora and Zedekiah, and I just start motioning for them to follow.
Yeah, somehow I have like one of those serving plates with me, like all kinds of like wine and treats and stuff, and I'm like trying to give them to you.
Adorable, it thinks of people.
I just immediately shot to the Archer episode. He thinks he's people.
Yes, master.
Oh, look, it's that picture again.
Mm.
Alright. So Viscount Beltis moves towards the horned man. Our leader, the Great Herald, truly visionary. Have you heard his teachings yet?
No, but do enlighten me.
An apt choice of words, my friend. He was the first to enlighten us to the way that humanity could and should be transcended, to the improvements to be made.
To the back of me, Aurora's just sitting there, like, internally fuming.
Singing like, heresy, heresy.
She doesn't need a flamer, she's already spitting fire. He was the one who taught us that it's not just our prerogative, but our holy duty to improve upon humanity.
Why
so
is
that
it?
one day we would be worthy of the Emperor.
Why is it now that, like, by the end of this, they're gonna have like some sort of like singing performance, and Aurora's just gonna get on stage and just bust out a fucking hit piece rap album while they're all fucking heretics?
No, for this we need to bring our Disney songs back and bring back Bonjour, but heresy.
I thought Hellfire.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. Just Aurora in her mind singing Hellfire
Yes.
as she imagines them all burning.
The Fresh Prince of Heresy.
Tell me, are you and your friend ready to embrace the holy duty?
If you think I'm worthy.
It is not a question of worthiness. It is, as I said, duty. We all, no matter how unworthy, should strive to be better, greater, perfect. After all, if only the worthy were allowed to strive for perfection, how could anybody be perfect ever? Who is worthy for perfection unless they are perfect?
Well then, let us proceed post haste.
Lord Herald, I've brought some guests who would like to get to know you. Ah, excellent. You are new among our number, are you not?
Yes.
If I may ask, who was it who referred you?
What's the name of the fucking I really should have started making notes of the NPCs that we meet. What was the name of the
The
criminal?
underboss?
Yeah, the underboss.
He never gave you his name, and you never asked.
Fucking shit. Hmm. He was the one he was the one that Dia tells us to go to the ball. Or was it the jackal?
The jackal gave you the amulet. He followed you from the bar, but you already had the invitation at that point.
Okay. Yes, it was the underboss. Bad fuck Fale. It was the underboss fellow from down in the underhives.
That's narrow for a moment. Then widen. I see! Now I know who you are. My friend told me you were willing to embrace hardship for the cause. To brave those others shy away from. I'm glad to hear it. Many of our members are too passive, scared, unwilling to affect change beyond a small personal scale.
Well, I'm a soldier first and foremost. Making hard choices and sacrifices is what I do best.
I see. I assume by the fact that you are here, you have finished what you promised.
Yes, all the necessary promises and settings up are complete.
All the
Everything is in order, and
preparations
we
have
can-
been completed. Everything is proceeding as I have planned.
I was trying not to make it sound like that, but it was fucking too late.
Something, something, something dark side.
Do
Something, something, something complete.
Do it.
Excellent. I'm glad someone at least is willing to take the fight to the oppressors.
Yeah. I fucking subjected it to the rest of this conversation in that voice.
Now execute Order 66.
We must construct additional pylons. I mean, what?
Do it. Slit his throat.
Metal boxes.
Do it.
I'm glad I can welcome you among our number. Now, have you thought about whether you would like some modification, and if so, which ones?
I was thinking on the modifications. I was thinking of something exotic.
Exotic. Externally or internally?
I want something that stands out. Practical. Tactical. Fluid.
Something fluid. It stands out, but can also be practical and tactical. You know, I have just the thing for you.
Pink scales.
And then he turns
Neon
me
pink.
and then he turns me into a rhinoceros.
At the conclusion of the ball, you will be given a serum. Drink it, and you will grant it what you seek. Now, there is, of course, no such thing as a free favor.
Obviously not.
And so I would like to ask a favor in return. You see, we do not only allow humans to transcend, we also create their perfect companions, their protectors. Unfortunately, we've recently run into a bit of a snag, and some of our stock was lost.
I see.
Now this is redeemable. We still have some we can rebuild. But one way or another, our stock, it is not diverse enough. Recent developments have brought it quite into our focus that we need to diversify our operations. We are setting up more breeding pools as we speak, but we lack variety among the companions we create.
I see.
Our war beasts come in a mere handful of shapes, and we would like you to acquire another one.
I could do that.
Excellent. A pound of flesh from one should suffice.
You have my word that I can provide you what you seek.
Wonderful. Do this for me, and there are many more enhancements that could be made available to you. Now, may I offer you full use of our refreshments? There will be food later on. And I do believe it is almost time for the entertainment to start.
That would be lovely. I'm quite parched.
I hope you will help yourself.
And I like look over to wherever the table is that's got the refreshments. And I congregate my way over there with the group.
This table is stocked. There's a punch bowl, there is some different kinds of beer, but most importantly, there's dozens of different vintages of wine. Some of them quite fine.
And I cock my head over to Aurora and Zedekiah, and I'm like, these people are evil as fuck.
Oh shit.
Heresy.
I like look over at Zedekiah. This was supposed to be a drug bust. What the fuck have you gotten me into?
I was just like, ooh.
Drug bust, called. What's the difference?
Whether or not the alcohol, tobacco, and firearms department shows up.
Do they usually take down cults?
Anytime I've ever seen a mentioning of the alcohol, tobacco, and firearms department, it's them showing up and getting into a massive gunfight with redneck cults. Like with militant Christian redneck cults in the United States.
Fair enough.
And then for some reason, when they manage to finally arrest the individuals, they don't charge them with domestic terrorism. Because apparently, as I recently found out, there is no way to charge someone with domestic terrorism in the United States. We have a word in our law that can define one, but nothing that actually brings charges.
Interesting.
Which is apparently, which, you know, to most nations, that is a fundamental fucking failing.
Yes.
All we can do is, well, charge him with fucking mass homicide.
To be fair, quite a few things about America would be considered absolute abject failures in just about any other country.
But that's like just a fucking confusing one. That we have a word in our law to describe something, but nothing that actually allows them to charge you with it.
Yeah, you know.
So, you know, remember that. You can you can be arrested and indicted in a court of law for being an international terrorist, but not a domestic one. You can be called a domestic one. But there's actually, surprisingly, nothing fucking illegal about it.
Well, illegal, yes. It's just called something different.
It's called something different. It's fucking
Mass murder, yes.
like they break it up into 16 counts of homicide and gratuitous bodily harm, plus several counts of destruction of property. Like, it's just a way to pack on like 90 fucking goddamn charges. When the charge domestic terrorist would have been simpler. Kind of like how, like, in the United States, for some fucking reason, the police decided to fight a court case and won, and now it's not actually their duty to protect you.
Yes. Now
So
they
they-
only serve. They
Yeah.
no longer protect.
So they're not required to make sure that you survive whatever event is currently going down.
Serve what? Coffee? Okay, Chris, here's a job. Go to your local police station and say, well, you don't protect me, so serve me. Fucking Starbucks right now.
Anyways, you guys get refreshments, and shortly after, the music stops, and all eyes turn towards the Horned Man. Thank you everyone for coming to my little soiree. It is good to see so many have turned up, and it is good to see that we have some new faces amongst our midst. As always, it heartens me to see all of you have transcended. Some more it, some less so. But all of you are better than humanity has ever been. Now, I hope you will enjoy the evening. There have been plenty of refreshments, and food is about to be brought. But for now, may I ask you all to assemble on the balustrades, so the entertainment may start. There's some clapping and people file towards the stairs.
We shuffle along.
As you go up the stairs, you see servants moving the tables out of the room. Then they bar several of the doors, really only leaving 2 of them open.
Cage fight, cage fight.
Then something odd happens. The stairs ascend. As in the whole staircase moves up a whole story, a whole level of the building. So there's no way to go back to the ground floor. And then the 2 doors open. And through them come 2 war beasts. One of them is of a kind you already know, though it is significantly further along its developmental track. You last saw one of these without skin and with flesh covering maybe half of its bones. This one is fully grown. Turns out not all of those bones are meant to be covered by flesh. Some of them are just like tusks or spines, and perhaps meant as secondary weapons. The other war beast is a 3-headed monstrosity. Large claws, again bony spines. The middle head has these large ram's horns, vaguely reminiscent of the Horned Lord, actually. The war beasts start circling each other, sniffing, growling. And then they charge and start tearing into one another. Give me willpower checks.
There,
Mm.
there's willpower.
Does resistance fear
I'll-
help in this?
Yes.
You know what? Let's use a fate point. Even though I'm still statistically unlikely to succeed.
Yeah, I'll
I
reroll
made
that.
it worse.
I have only a 2% chance of making this worse. So pretty good odds, I think, of making it worse. Ah, damn it.
Yeah, fuck, you made it better.
Alright. So, Aurora, you watch this, and this is actually pretty entertaining. You've seen Sisters of Battle spar, and this really isn't that much different. Except the war beasts are probably more attractive than some of them.
Got him.
Sister Lucretia was very much the opposite of easy on the eyes. Kirby, you
Kirby,
are
on the other hand,
discomforted. These
He is-
creatures,
he had a full tilt flashback to the day he got mauled by a Grox.
Yes. Also the day that one of your friends got mauled by one of these war beasts.
Oh yeah, forgot about that. Tried to block it from memory.
In fact, wasn't that the same day you were given a sort of weird syringe by your friend Zebediah?
Yeah. He stuck me with a dirty needle.
That he did.
Oh, it's more than that.
More than that, indeed. Either way, this is discomforting. The thought of going up against these is, well, to put it in a word, terrifying. You can see these claws would rend you apart just as easily as they would rend apart a paper tissue.
I'm going to need a lot of sniper rifle ammo and a plasma screen TV.
Mainly right now, you need drink. Stiff one.
I
Marcus,
turn
Yeah,
my head
exactly.
around and I pick up not one, but 2 beers from the table.
And I'm just like, nope, not having any of that. Bye.
Marcus, toughness check, please.
Toughness, you say?
You start vomiting as they tear each other apart. First a little in your mouth, and then as the tri-headed beast starts tearing into the guts of the one you have fought before, and starts tearing through its innards, you go full tilt, right off the balustrade.
Now, in keeping with the cover, because I'm pretty sure most of the nobles would have just turned their head and just saw this fucking Neanderthal puke all over the ground. I'm
Is
just
there
gonna
something?
I'm just gonna look at I'm just gonna look at Zedekiah and try and keep up with the noble slave spiel thing of like, you absolute Cro-Magnon, you got it on my fucking shoes.
I'm sorry, master.
And I just start whipping him with the fucking with one of the unopened bottles.
The Viscount is standing like 5 meters away from you, shakes his head. You should really throw that slave off the balustrade.
I'm like, and I just start shouting, "Do the dance! Do the dance! It will amuse me. I might forgive you." I start pulling out what few throne gelt I had on me and start fucking pelting them with it.
So, you throw gelt at a dancing Zebediah.
The other nobles are like, "What the fuck is going on?"
And as you're doing this, the fight ends. The boar beast of the type you have fought before has succumbed to its injuries. Most of its gut links played about,
Well, we have
torn
confirmed
apart.
it.
Piece
Alright.
everywhere.
Alright, well, we have confirmed it. The reason we won, it's an inferior model.
Mediocre indeed. Though, to be fair, the other war beast has taken some quite severe injuries.
Ah, another inferior model.
Yeah, it's only model B. We're still gonna meet C, E, D, X.
Yeah. Zedekiah, get over there and fucking wrestle it.
Yes, yes, yes. The door the three-headed war beast entered through opens again, and a man in Mechanicus robes with 2 steel pipes enters. He starts banging them together rhythmically, approaching the war beast, and then putting a collar around the middle throat, and then leads it away on a chain. War beast became docile as soon as the collar went around its throat. Whether that's because of some training, some innate instincts, or for other reasons, you can't tell. Now then, my friends, I hope you have enjoyed the little fight. And now I believe it is time we dance. And the stairs descend again, and the people file towards the ground floor and start dancing to the music. The dead war beast has not been cleared out of the place. They are
I
dancing
was
around.
just going to ask.
Nope, they're straight up dancing with it.
Yeah, they're boogieing down.
One of them is like legit. Like one of the nobles is legitimately just holding its arms and dragging its body around. Fucking cutting the rug with.
Could the 3 of you give me a awareness check, please?
I'm very good at my 98s today.
Yes, you are. Out of curiosity, are any of you dancing?
Break out that awareness, but
As a
yeah, I'll
basic
dance.
formality.
Do I have to
Aurora
roll
joins the dance.
Do I
How
have to
about
roll
Kirby?
agility? Yeah, I'll dance.
And the slave.
I think it's not allowed to dance.
In this kind of situation,
On the contrary, it is very much allowed to dance, just not the same dance.
But does it have a hot plate?
While I'm doing whatever dance I'm doing, I'm just still throwing yells at him to do a different dance.
Good. As you dance, the jackal-headed man approaches you from behind. Excuse me,
Yeah.
I was sent by the herald. He bade me to give you this. And he holds out a goblet for you. A sort of iridescent liquid.
Oh, that looks like a cup of nope.
I've seen it before, many a time.
It is what you requested.
Yes.
all you need to look is that picture. I see, old chap. That sounds like an awful lot like Heresy.
You need to drink it.
I shall, but once I finish dancing.
Very well. So, for how long do you keep dancing?
Until like the majority of like the people have kind of like finished doing, like as soon as like kind of the dancing stops, or for however long we're gonna stay.
So you and Aurora are dancing for the next 2 hours. The man never strays far from you.
Yeah. All the while we're like cutting the rug, I'm just like, if I position my back to him where he kind of can't see what I'm doing, I'm just like looking at Aurora and I'm like, you wouldn't happen to have a fucking vial, would you? That was a serious question.
Huh?
I said you wouldn't happen to have a vial, would you?
No. I just think that this place is vile.
Yeah.
Wonder if the thing carries any.
Quickly switch it out over with some other trick.
Here's the thing. I would like to have a sample of this to take to the Mechanicus so they could run it through the machines.
I suppose you could also ask some of the red-robed participants. They might carry spares.
Trying my hardest to avoid not having to drink this. But I have a distinctive fucking feeling I'm gonna have to. And the consequences from the way I've been talking tonight, it's gonna be pretty bad. It will be a situation of cracking open an old one instead of a cold one.
Yep.
So here's what I'm gonna do. While I'm cutting the rug, I'm gonna pour about 2/3 of it into the.
Oh no,
into
you
what-
don't. You're not holding that. He is.
Oh crap.
He's still holding the goblet,
Oh, I thought I would have taken
and
it.
he is
from him.
following you around.
He's gonna fucking watch me drink it, ain't he?
Yes.
Shit.
Unless you can just cheap the shit out of it and be like, yeah, give it to my servant, he'll drink it. Or
I have a-
he'll make it.
I have a cunning plan. You will,
How cunning.
as cunning as a fox that's been recently decorated as Professor of Cunning at Oxford University.
Well, let's hear it then.
You will drink, appear to drink some of the liquid, and then to celebrate, you will passionately embrace the servant, thus transferring the liquid to the servant's mouth, who shall then go and deposit it in another container, thus avoiding all potential suspicion. Because that is a perfectly normal thing to do.
So you're saying
thought,
the nun is going to make the boys kiss?
so
Yeah.
Good. I was beginning to think that your plan might have been pretend to be insane, as to who would notice another insane person here.
Precisely. And also we lack any number 2 pencils.
This is true.
I'm gonna let you strategize and be back in about 2 minutes because someone's at the door.
Okay.
So, thoughts?
See, that's not a bad plan. It's a peculiar plan, but it's not a bad plan.
The only problem is that
What disease am I
have
going
to-
to catch from Marcus?
mm,
You don't wanna know.
Yeah.
But at this point,
Well, I suppose the other option would be to again feign to drink it, but then throw it up, and then
Yeah,
apologize profusely.
See, I thought about that. I thought about throwing it up. But they might be quite miffed about that.
Hmm. Well, I suppose the third option would be to feign drunkenness as you accept the goblet, and then accidentally spill it, some of it on your clothes, which would soak up the liquid and could potentially be analyzed later on.
You know what I could do?
Many things.
I have a beer bottle because I've been drinking to avoid the stress that is that fucking throwdown of the ancients. What I could do is take a big old sip and kind of mumble out some words before trying to make it look like I'm taking a drink from my beer. Except I'm just gonna spit all the liquid into the beer bottle.
Hmm.
hold it in your mouth and be like, okay, I need to go to.
This is a nice bouquet.
Baby, it's just like, oh, this is horrible. You know, that's not a good idea. Fuck. Yeah, getting into the beer bottle is. It's not a bad. Let me see if I have anything that could help us in this situation.
I'm back. Do you have a plan?
Not exactly
Kind of.
yet, but kinda.
Kinda. So I have a beer bottle on me because I've been drinking to avoid the cumulative stress brought on by watching the war beast tear into another war beast. What I was gonna do is I was gonna take a big old sip from the goblet, make a face like the taste of the of the liquid is pretty rank, and then make it look like I'm taking a swig of the beer to give me a different taste in my mouth, but when in all reality I'm doing is I'm spitting all the liquid into the beer bottle. Which would be a very sneaky thing to do.
Indeed. That sounds like something you should roll me a sleight of hand for.
Good old sleight of hand.
Come on.
Now the tragedy of it all is that I'm not trained in sleight of hand.
Fuck.
So what I'm going to do instead is I've got to burn a fate point. to auto
Okay,
succeed on this sleight of hand.
So you burn a fate point then. You take a long swig from the goblet, draining it all in one go. And it does in fact taste awful. Imagine if somebody threw a piece of shit and Skittles into a blender. And that's basically it.
Yeah. Now I take the fairly empty beer bottle, make it look like I'm going for a follow-up swig from the beer bottle because I'm like, good god, the taste is awful. But what I'm doing is I'm just spitting it up into the fucking bottle.
He gives you a sympathetic grin. The taste is the small price we have to pay for our transaction.
Yeah, no kidding. I was talking with one of the nobles, and he said that it tasted a bit. Ooh. That hits you like a Crocs.
Well, the nobles do have access to some higher quality treatments. It is usually the reason you don't see their enhancement.
Ah.
Now, the changes should take place in about 1 to 2 days.
Alrighty then. Subtle.
Do try to avoid other drugs during that time, as they may cause interference, and that can be problematic.
Sounds reasonable.
For now, I wish you a wonderful evening, and the best of luck with your new gained enhancement.
I give him a thankful nod. And then I feign the act of making it look like I'm taking another swig from the beer. But I'm not. I'm definitely not lifting it high enough.
Well done.
I look over at Aurora. Man, that was a close one.
A bit too close.
In 2 days before they'll start questioning why haven't you transformed.
And I'll just respond with, I got very hairy in places you don't want to know.
Or maybe they'll say, well, show me.
And that's the part where I pull down my pants and then grab my holstered weapon and shoot him in the head. That'll show him.
That would indeed. Of course, they would question why you got hairy when that is not the enhancement you were given.
That is true. I don't know what enhancement I was given. Probably something horrifying. Like maybe I'd become the ultimate creature for land and sea-based battle, a crustacean.
Well, you did ask for something flashy, but tactical and practical.
Oh god.
Are you saying I've salamander now?
Well, you're not going to find out, are you?
Oh, that's true. The local tech priests at the Mechanicum with the mages, they'll definitely find out. It's like, what the... I think they're like, what the fuck? What the fuck did they give you?
Who was dumb enough to put beer into a perfectly balanced sample?
Yeah. The reading is very peculiar.
You would become a beer monster.
Most of that is a perfectly fine mutagen, but somebody put some kind of pathogen in there. It seems to be... Is it?
Grain alcohol?
Yes, it is. It is transforming sugar into a poison. Some sort of neurotoxin.
Yeast.
Yeast indeed.
Oh dear.
So, the party seems to be winding down. The music stopped. The first guests are leaving. What do you want to do?
I'll try to make some covert notes about the attendance, especially of the Mechanicus ranks and other if I can note some heraldry or whatever.
Yeah,
The Mechanicus ranks seem to mainly be low-ranking members.
Right.
They don't really have heraldry, but they do have signs of rank that one could see if one was practiced enough.
Hmm.
Would you be able to?
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Well, I could probably give it a try. Some of it might be probably the wrong things, but maybe some of it might stick.
Do you have any kind of relevant skill check for that?
Hmm. Logic? Awareness?
You know,
Scrutiny?
you have spent a lot of time poring over the information data slate you were given, so logic would work.
Roll logic. I'm really good with my rolls today. To fate point or not to fate point.
At least it's not a 98. Although the fucking fate point might
Yeah.
drop into 98, wouldn't it?
Eh. We'll leave it at that.
So, you notice with this art that there's 7 magosses in attendance, as well as a deacon. Also, one of the Mechanicus robe people is not in fact a member of the Mechanicus, but the Lord Feline himself. He is apparently wearing a disguise.
Hmm. Jot, jot, jot.
Anything else you want to do?
Are we ready to leave?
I mean, unless you wanna get lost into the party and investigate where those war priests were coming from. If they got a spawning pool underneath this building, that would be nice to know. Do the classic, oh, we were searching for the bathroom.
Has that ever
We
worked?
want to drown the slave in the toilet.
I hear that is a very popular party piece.
It truly is.
Sure, I'll go try and be stealthy. And try and get covert like a fucking pawns.
Go ahead.
Gonna re-roll that. I don't get lost, guys.
Usually you get lost.
So, you walk right up to the door the injured war beast was let out through, throw it open, and enter it as people look at you. None of them seem to be stepping forward to stop you.
Do I see the war beast?
You do not, but you do see a trail of blood leading down a corridor.
Yep, it fucking died.
I mean, it was quite injured. The trail of blood seems to be congruent with that. The real question is, are you brave enough to go down the corridor?
Hell no. I'm fucking afraid.
Aurora and Zebediah, you see Kirby walk up boldly to a set of doors, throw them open, take 2 steps in, turn around, and just noping out.
Nope.
Nope,
Well.
nothing to see here. Nope, nope, nope.
Well, that went well.
It truly worked.
I waltz my way over there, and I'm just like, yep, it is fucking dead. And I refuse to go and confirm that it is fucking dead because it is fucking dead.
He says, leaning on the other war beast.
Oh no,
Oh
my
no.
phone's battery died. Oh well.
No.
Well, can't really think of anything.
Yeah.
I think it is time to go home.
So you take your leave from the party.
And our guns.
As you exit, you are given back all of your guns. They seem to be in the exact same condition you left them in. Would you like to give me awareness checks?
Sure. I can't possibly roll a 99 again. That would be impossible.
Blip.
I
99.
was really hoping for the 99.
Hmm. Well,
Oh,
I mean, on
Kirby.
average.
The guns seem fine. It doesn't appear like anyone's tampered with those.
Now listen, that box cut off the rest of it. That is actually 100. Don't let it fool you.
Oh, so that's why it's red.
Box also cut off mine as well. I actually rolled a 270, which means
Yeah, that makes
that
sense.
guard walks right up and pulls my eyes out,
That's fair.
and I didn't fucking see it happen.
Of course. How would you without eyes?
You're already dead.
My Washindaru. So, you make your way home. Anything you want to do?
As soon as we're home, we're just like, well, we're fucked.
Powerful statement. Any rebuttals?
No, I don't think we're
Hmm.
fucked.
Mm-hmm. Where's rebuttal? Any further arguments?
Yeah, I think only Kirby is.
I think I'm fucked.
Motion carried.
Yeah, about that, do you want this detox pill? Just in case you were poisoned per chance?
I think you need to bury me without a throat. In a zinc coffin.
Either way, we need to get that sample somewhere.
Yes, yes we do. I need to make a collect call.
And this time, well, we know that we're being watched, so gotta be careful about it.
Yep. I need to make a collect call.
The receiver pays.
Silly you. Everyone pays in these calls. It's 40k. So, as the Ghostbuster theme says, who you gonna call?
The interrogator.
Yes, Interrogator Lang?
Hello, this is Agent Kirby.
God, what do you want now?
We just got back from the ball that we were invited to by the people we were spying on.
Is that even still in your mission budget?
I don't know.
I would go find out, but I'd have to talk to my adepts.
I have not, we didn't have to throw any money at getting any outfits. We just used what we had, which worked.
Oh, good.
So, that's perfectly fine. Learn some new information. Do you remember that noble I reported in on? The one that, was waltzing about with no obvious changes to his, physical appearance?
The one with the war beast?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's one of them.
One of whom?
There is what appears to be a cult running, well, working with the syndicate down there.
Called the Enlightened Ones.
It was like, was it enlightened ones or horned ones?
Enlightened
No, they are-
Ones, I believe.
Enlightened ones. The horny ones.
Their leader, I believe, is the Horned
yeah.
One.
Yeah, it appears to be a cult that refers to itself as the cult of the enlightened ones. They're led by someone named the Horned One. From the outset, they appear to be a cult based around improving the schematics of humanity.
What vile heresy is this?
Tampering with human design. And the way they do that is, well, they gave me a serum that upon ingestion, about 1 to 2 days later, will transform my physical body, either internally or externally, or both.
So they gave you some sort of modification treatment.
Yes. About half the people we met there were either jackals, where they had horns or scales.
I see. So this group tends to be heavily modified then.
They also appear to have war beasts. Fair number of them. They use for, well, the recreational use of having them fight.
Now, that is more troubling.
And one of the war beasts that they did a demonstration of it, throwing hands, that would be of the exact same type that we encountered when we assaulted that one facility.
Which means it's likely they got it from the same organization running that facility.
Yes, they made a mention of it, saying that they had recently lost a spawning ground. They said that while they could recover, they are in desperate need of variety. It appears as though they have tasked me with apprehending a specimen, about a pound of flesh.
So they wish to start a new spawning pool.
Yes.
I hope I don't have to tell you that this must be stopped.
Oh, most certainly. How do we want to
Excellent.
proceed?
With caution at first, and then with extreme prejudice, I would say.
All right. I had an idea of what we could do.
I'm listening.
They asked for a pound of flesh. If we could head down to the Mechanicus facility, I'm sure I could get them to, in the good faith of the Emperor, and probably because they themselves would abhor the idea of a group of people messing with their war beasts, to give me an incredibly booby-trapped sample of a pound of war beast flesh.
And by booby trapped, you mean
Enough that when they tried to spawn a set of war beasts, it would cause them dramatic problems.
well then, feel free to arrange such a thing with Mechanicus, if they agree.
I'll have to see. I need someone to come pick up this serum, though. The one they gave me. I managed to smuggle it out. It was not easy.
This can be arranged. I assume the serum must go to the Mechanicus for further analysis.
Yeah. I would recommend you do not send an adept. They are. It has come to my attention quite recently that they know where we live.
Yes, the adepts know where you live.
No.
They have that on record.
No, I mean the criminal syndicate we're spying on. They know where we live.
No.
They don't know the details. They don't know the details as to who we are, what our actual assignment is. To us, at current, our covers appear to be stable, but they know exactly where we live. And that is a problem.
Problem indeed.
On a side note, we are approaching the day for which we're going to need to commence that very particular operation. You know, the one that's going to nab us about 100,000 throne geld worth of that stolen drug.
I believe it was 2 million actually.
Was that 2 million?
Yeah, 2 million.
How are we on getting that Valkyrie?
As soon as you have the date, the Valkyrie will be provided by the SDF.
Alright. I'll get you a date.
Anything else?
That should about cover it. Out of character. Is there anything I'm missing? Any information that we picked up?
I mean, we can tell him about some of the guests that were in the ballroom, like the Viscount that we found out is a member.
This is true.
He's kind of a sort of important member of the planetary government, so
As a side note, we took a few notes out of some of the guests that were there, who appear to be part of this cult. Is it Viscount or Viscount?
Viscount.
Viscount.
Viscount. The Viscount was present.
Which one?
What was his name, guys?
Logic to remember.
Does anybody have the talent remembrance?
I know he introduced himself, but I just don't remember myself.
His name was Valtis.
Valtus.
A minor noble, I believe. Were you able to identify anyone else of note?
Anyone else, guys?
Mechanicus members were there. We saw some other minor nobles, but could we identify any of their names or like that?
I'll provide a list of names, although with the caveat of not actually, identified only by heraldry.
Yeah. I'll make a mention that we discovered a number of Mechanicus members there, as well as a few nobles identified by heraldry. Once we go have our meeting with the Magos, when we kind of discuss the plan, we're gonna make note of the Mechanicus that were there, because they're probably in their files, and he'll probably want to have something specifically done to them.
Anyone of true importance that we should be aware of?
Beyond the noble that we, spotted.
/ nobles.
And did we catch the host's name?
He was referred to as the Herald.
Yeah, he did.
By the Viscount.
Yeah.
And by the shackle-headed man. Of course, Aurora caught someone else of note.
Oh, who?
The Grand Duke. Ferline, in disguise. The question is, does he share this fact?
Do you want to?
Well, it's a name among the others. Suspected ones.
So Grand Duke Ferline?
Because he is a major noble.
There is one person of note that our fine sister here managed to spot out. Apparently in disguise. Grand Duke Ferline.
Grand Duke Ferline is part of this cult.
Potentially.
He was in disguise. He could be. He's either a part of the cult, or he's trying to pretend to be an investigator.
This is an important revelation. Ferline is high up the hierarchy of this planet. He's also known as a staunch supporter of the Imperium and a devout man. In fact, he's known to be discriminatory against anyone who has undergone modifications. That he would be part of this cult is very, very strange.
It could be that he is trying to infiltrate as well. It also could be that everything that he says and does is all a facade. We'll only truly know if until we get further down this rabbit hole.
It will be investigated but that will be for our agents in higher places to do.
Yes, obviously.
In the meantime, I will be arranging the pickup. Is there anything else you need?
At this exact moment, no.
Good. Lang out.
And I hang up the well, I turn off the Voxcom. I'm like, all right. We are going to stop by the Mechanicus tomorrow after someone comes to pick up the serum.
Very well.
In the morning, around 6-ish, you're woken up by a loud knock on the door.
I come up to the door, pull out my hand cannon, and I'm like looking through the little door slit to see who it is.
Be right back.
There's a young man holding what appears to be a bag.
I open the door slightly and kind of look through.
Hello?
Hey,
Delivery?
delivery?
Yes, Mr. Lang asked for breakfast to be delivered to you.
Oh, yeah. Shit, I forgot. And I reach out to grab the bag.
He hands it to you. That
You need
will
a
be
tip?
7 else, please.
Yeah, hang on. I grab the gelt. Gonna hand it to him. And I look I look through the bag. What's in the bag?
Oh, God.
Crumpets.
Hmm?
Crumpets. Breakfast.
Oh, it's legitimately breakfast.
The young man still stands in front of the door, looking at you expectantly.
Yeah. So I hand him the gelt, but while I'm handing him the gelt, I slide him the fucking serum.
Much obliged, sir. Have a wonderful morning.
Same to you. I shut the door. I set the bag full of trumpets on the table, and I'm like, okay. Let me know when you're all ready.
I eat some breakfast.
The crumpets are delicious. Really nice and buttery. Now, what is it you wish to do in your day?
Did you guys want to go to the Mechanicus?
Oh,
Or did you have another idea?
what was the point in going there again?
Well, we need to, one, inform them of that they've got a few people who were at a very particular ball. We're gonna talk to the Majos, but more importantly, we need to see if they're willing to back us on this plan. The one involving
Right.
Town of Flesh. Hopefully.
I guess so. That sounds.
Also, I just found this and it amuses me.
Nani?
Let's see.
All right, but anyways, everyone ready to go?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's go.
Change into the lab coat.
I got my day clothes on. A fucking Marine.
Is that an ultramarine doing hip thrusts while playing the saxophone?
Yes.
Why?
Why not?
Why is he fucking a saxophone while playing it? This disturbs me. On all the levels.
It's horrifying.
All of the levels?
All of the levels.
Anyways, so how long does it take us to, or does anything happen on the way to the Mechanicus?
No, you can quite easily get there.
Okay, perfect.
You gonna go to the Megacity again?
Yeah, yeah.
You enter his office. Oh, it's you again.
Yes.
You want?
Did you get our package that we sent in?
You mean the bottle?
Yeah.
Marcus!
Is he still
He's
cursing in
starting the
finally?
cursing again. He wasn't before, now he is.
He's cursing violently.
Probably more like, what the fuck, these guys are bringing a beer bottle to me. They have ruined my sample, god damn it. Motherfuckers.
Why the fuck are these retards diluting samples they want analyzed? With
It was an accident, I swear.
I mean, if it helps, some of that beer was ingested a little by Chris's character.
It was
those
empty.
mongoloid fucks.
How would that help?
That's the entire point, it doesn't.
But no, I look at the Magos and I'm like, we have a request for a bit of an operation, if you would indulge us.
I'm listening.
We've been investigating a very particular group of nobles and Mechanicus dissidents who have been coming together at certain balls and meeting places and growing their own war beasts for the purposes of, well, arming themselves as well as for sport entertainment.
And
They are looking for a pound of flesh to be delivered out of a favor that I had asked of them. I'd like you, if you're willing, to help me get a pound of flesh that is heavily booby trapped.
More binary screeching. Arrogant idiots thinking that I am just here for their own fucking amusement.
Is that another way of
What?
saying I'm not here for your entertainment?
Well, it's certainly not saying that we entertain you.
Click. I mean, for the Emperor.
In what way would we booby trap this pound of flesh?
And they're looking to set up a spawning chamber, evidently. They have all the necessary setups and the like. They just need war beast flesh. Do you know of any way that would make the war beast flesh be incredibly volatile to the point where attempting to set it up in a spawning field will result in potentially a catastrophic explosion or something to that nature that'd be fairly destructive and disruptive to any operations they have going on?
Explosion? No, only if the war beast itself was at danger of exploding. You could, of course, lace it with some sort of biological weapon, as in plague. It would be rather deadly in the immediate vicinity, but I'd rather not start that inside a hive. I suppose a frenzying beast could be made. But then again, you would probably have a frenzying beast inside the hive. Actually, I may have an idea. There is a new brood mother concept we're working on. This could work as a field test. Of course, we'd probably lose at least one hap block, probably 5 or 6, but that's the price of research.
You can't make science without breaking a few habs.
Exactly. Marcus, his screeching seems to have drifted off about something with insufficient budgets.
I'm just like, it's rolling my eyes. Don't worry about it, don't worry about it, don't say anything.
Our budget's fucked as well.
But yes, I believe this could be done.
Okay. As a show of good faith, I'll go right over up. Do you think you can show him the list of Mechanicus who are currently probably running off with half of his material and shit for these nobles?
Yes. And I produce the list of names. And, well, rather it's a list of list of basic details, and then an assumption on who that person might be. So, individual male, roughly 1.7 meters tall. Herald Reeb looks like, bull's head on a cog.
You watch him read the list, read again. Marcus, his screeching is changing. This time it's against someone very specific. Apparently some Magus Bronton, whoever that may be, has become the target of this Magus's eye. Thank
Has
you.
he failed him for the last time?
He's failed me for the first time, for the last time.
The threats made are explicit. Thank you. This information shall be taken into consideration. As in binary, he screams about how he's going to skin the motherfucker.
Excellent.
Now, if there's nothing else you want from me, I believe the lab requested your presence for the results of an analysis.
Okay. Is it the lab just down the hall, or is it on?
Oh, no. You see that building over there, he points out of the window, at what
Yeah.
is basically a bunker,
Yes.
and, or more precisely, basically a nuclear shelter, but above ground. Those would be the labs.
Okay.
Report to lab 25B13.
I nod and head out the room and begin to make my way to that building.
As you stand before the lab building, it dawns on you just how truly massive it is. There have to be a lot of labs in there. You're pretty sure that there's rooms that could house fully grown, well, not just fully grown war beasts, fully grown battalion-sized war beasts. This is a large facility.
Yeah.
It is, however, fairly easy to look through. Somebody has done some actual planning on the layout.
What
Which
fresh
is odd
heresy is
enough.
this?
Yeah, weird, right? Somebody semi-competent was at work here, which is probably the first time you've seen that specific thing since you came to this planet. As a result of that, you have a fairly easy time finding the lab.
Good old labs.
Excuse me, is there any reason you're standing in front of my lab?
Yes, we were called here.
Huh. Alright then. The door opens, and behind it you see a tech priest in the regular robes. A bit disheveled, like he hasn't come out of that room in a while. And you are...
Kirby.
Ah, I see. Subject 25B. Yes. Come in, please. We will have to run some tests on you.
All right. I follow after him.
Question: how long was I not fully pressing down my push to talk button?
For
Right after I
Yes.
said, and I go with them, you just would fuck it silent completely. I was like, do I go with them? Do I? Did he like?
Push it
Did I
talk.
get like halfway through the door and he hit me with a clothesline? What's going on?
Goddamn. Okay. You will need to undress, please, and then step into that tank over there.
Okay.
Do not worry, you will be provided with a hose to breathe through. Also, you should probably tie this around your genital area. And he hands you what's basically a piece of lead on a string. Just as a precaution.
Okay.
I see someone's been watching Chernobyl.
3.6 Rotkin. Not good. Not terrible.
Like a chest X-ray.
Yeah. This man is delusional. Take him to the infirmary.
So, let me just put up that auspex here. There we go. And we will require a rather long-term scan, I'm afraid. So this is going to take a while.
Okay.
Honestly.
Did anyone finish the series? It's like 5 episodes, fairly short.
Yep.
But...
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, HBO released a mini series on Chernobyl. So like a dramatization of the events that happened. It did like 5 episodes. It was pretty good.
Yeah. They even went into science.
Yeah.
What is this madness?
Yeah.
Exactly.
All I know is black magic.
Are you telling me that TV knows science?
It apparently did really well in Russia and the Ukraine as well.
Yeah.
Wait, Russians have TV?
Yeah, I know, spooky.
We permitted them the technology for TV?
They made a. It's funny they got like a bunch of British actors, and one of them had like the kind of accent that was just really really unfitting. Like you could handle like most of the kind of regional accents, but they had this one dude who sounded like he was from fucking Grimsby, which is like the high north of England, where he sounded like a fucking orc.
So we told people to get out, moving the maggots?
Yeah.
So, could I offer you some recap while we wait for the test results?
Sure.
Not you, you're in a tank.
Yeah, you're
Unless
just
you'd
like.
like me to pour some hot recap down the hose you used to breathe?
Oh wait, am I already in the tank?
Yes.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
in the
okay, that was
bound.
fast.
He's offering the other two some recap while they wait for you to be finished. Because this is a very long-term scan.
Would you like some recap, Aurora? And he looks over at Zedekiah. And would you like some shit, you fucking piece of shit heretic motherfucker?
Pets have to stay outdoors.
No, wait a minute. You're Zedekiah. I worked with you.
Yeah, I'm just like standing in the back and just. Oh god. I remember this goddamn place.
Never mind. I'm not supposed to offer you recap. Would you like a hot, steaming pile of shit, you grotesque sack of shit?
Wait, you're a Zebediah.
You couldn't even
I
file.
learned about it in class. You're that fucking moron who's too dumb to fill out his paperwork.
Bitch couldn't even fill out file 236.
Ah, well, you know them adepts and such.
They turned you to teaching example. Man. Anyways,
I never thought I'd beat a legend.
your recap, and I believe we should be done momentarily with that scan. Ah, yes, there we go. Alright, you seem to be clean, which is good. The alternative would have been very bad. Honestly, though, who just takes some random drugs they know nothing about? Anyways, about that time test. So we ran a full analysis on the impurities, and we got some very fascinating results.
Oh god, not
Also very
fascinating.
Bad for you, for all of us, yes. You see, and then the warning klaxons go off. The sirens and shutters go down on what passes as a window over here, which is already barred with heavy iron bars. But now there's also heavy iron shutters in front of them.
Rot-row, Raggy.
Well,
Warning.
containment procedures.
Containment breach. Warbeast has escaped. Warning. Containment breach. Warbeast has escaped.
Rot-row,
Warning.
Raggy.
Containment breach. Warbeast has escaped.
Oh, man. And I'm naked in a tube right now. Mercy, my lord, mercy.
We are safe here, correct? That's what the shutters are for, yes?
I'm, just so, just for
Those shutters. Those shutters went down in front of the window. You're not locked off from the beast. You're locked in with the beast.
Eh,
Ah,
This entire building has become the lion enclosure, and you're in the middle of it.
That's just fucking Kirby's face. He's just fucking seeing the fucking, he's hearing the fucking alarm go off and he's naked in a tube.
So, what do you want to do?
uh,
what was it again? When in trouble, when in doubt, run in circles, scream and shout?
That seems like a perfect way to attract the attention of Warbeast, yes.
Excellent.
That was the plan, right?
uh,
I mean, we are locked in with a magi or some other personnel of the Mechanicus who probably knows containment procedure. Unless containment procedure is to put a brown paper bag on our heads and just lie down on the floor and wait until it's over.
how did you know?
Funny you should mention that.
Except it's a wooden table in this situation.
In fact, the containment procedure is stay inside your lab and hope the Warbeast eats someone else.
It can eat only so many until its stomach explodes.
Well, it can only eat so many until it's sated. For a day. And in a short 6 or 7 months, it should just die of natural causes.
And this is a good plan.
Well, it's the
Marcus,
plan.
this is Warhammer 40k. There are no good plans. Of course, You could try to kill the war beast or to escape.
Well, hmm, the Emperor does hate inaction. Although I probably overdo a few prayer sessions, so, you know. Did you have anywhere where better to be than locked in containment?
Good question.
A question you should probably answer.
I mean, the fuck am I gonna do? I'm in a goddamn tube right now.
Yeah, we should probably get you out of that first. Since the test is over.
So you get him out of the tube. What do you do now?
Well, this is a bit of a predicament, because I don't exactly have the equipment necessary to combat a war beast.
Neither do I. I lost my one suppression grenade that I was allowed for these missions.
I don't take the armor nor the sniper rifle with me when I'm walking along the streets.
Oh, I'm sure it will be fine. Someone will take care of the war beast, right?
Do you have a security force here?
Well, no.
No? There's Skidatari?
Not in this complex, no.
So this is like this is a massive research facility with no security for it.
Well, there's a lot of fail-safes. Usually projects that are in danger of escaping are terminated before that can happen.
So what's the termination process?
Well, that is specific generally to the war beast. Different types of war beasts require different types of termination, as some are more resistant to certain types of damage than others. However, I suppose some of those termination sequences may have not been properly reset after the fire alarm. You see, recently some over-eager workers triggered a false fire alarm, and quite a lot of the automatic termination procedures were triggered. We lost a good deal of war beasts, and I guess some of them weren't properly reset. Otherwise, the war beast couldn't have escaped.
Oh.
In the end.
Out of character.
Quite
This is our
vexing.
fault.
Well,
Yes, it is.
is there a way to reset failsafe so, well, automatic termination for this particular warbeast that managed to escape?
Well, no, the war beast must probably has escaped by now. and the terminations are, well, local.
Right.
They would have terminated the war beast inside of its containment unit.
See, they work when it's in danger of getting out, not when it gets out. Do you have an armory?
Well, yes, sort of.
But sort of.
Well, there's quite a lot of lab equipment that can, in the right circumstances, be used as a weapon. Right or wrong. You see, there's really not that much difference between a syringe gun and a regular gun if you load it with the right kind of volatile.
So you have a syringe gun. That's what you're saying.
Yes?
Could you take me to the syringe gun?
There's usually some on each level. They're standard lab equipment. It is usually unsafe to get close to a war beast to tranquilize it.
Based on the exact circumstances right now, am I gonna have a fucking choice?
Yeah, that seems like our only choice right now is trying.
Well, that's what the syringe guns are for, so you don't have to ram the needle inside the war beast at melee range.
Indeed. Yeah, let's
But
go
yes.
get that.
Follow me. And he leads you out of the lab into a deserted corridor. It appears that most of the other people on this, well, level at least, have followed the standard procedure of sit down and hope you don't get eaten. He leads you to a nearby supply closet, and sure enough, there's half a dozen needle guns, or syringe guns.
Do you have also the suppressant web grenades, standard issue beasts?
We have something similar. I believe I know what you speak of. We utilize some sort of suppressant foam. It hardens quite quickly. In fact, I believe there's a sprayer for that stuff. Ah, there we go. Right here. And he hands you what looks like a backpack with a nozzle coming out of it. That should do the trick.
Oh, it's better than nothing. Alright.
So let's talk shop. These syringe guns, those are going to count as basic needle guns,
Yeah, which are an exotic weapon.
correct? So you are unfortunately shooting those with a -20 unless you have training in those.
Which nobody fucking does, because I've never seen a needle gun.
Correct.
Quickly, everybody spent your leftover XP to get.
I kind of spent all
The
my
foam
XP.
sprayer is a weapon with 6 shots until the backpack has to be repleted. They do not deal damage, but have a snare 2 quality.
Okay.
So, if you don't mind, I think I'm gonna go back to my lab and hide.
I don't blame you.
Okay, bye. He skedaddles off.
Thus we stayed in the supply closet and got the supply closet ending.
I certainly hope not.
Let's look at the needle rifle. It's Accurang, Fellet 1, Toxic 5. Okay. Hey Marcus,
There should be a needle gun, meaning the pistol.
can you do me a solid?
Yeah.
Can you roll
And
me
those
a
are
tech
what this
use
counts as.
and put my reflex sight on the needle rifle?
Sure, give me 5 minutes and I got it attached.
Man, you almost broke it.
Tell you what, I have 3 fate points, might as well 4 fate points, I might as well reroll.
You succeeded.
Oh, never mind.
That's
I saw it the other way around, so...
So, you fumble a bit with the sight, because as you're moving it, the lights turn off. And the emergency lights turn on. Everything's starting to get this annoying red color. And I'm going to move you to a new map.
Might as well take these stab lights too. It's gonna get dark. And these flares. Take these flares too.
Why is Fog 4 working? How much of the page can you guys see?
All of it.
All or none? Fine, you get to see all of it.
Yes!
Well, like the edges we can't. Well, I can't. But all of it, yeah. I get it.
Well, that's useful. Alright then. You're currently on the bottom left corner. Over here. Which is the supply closet. Or more like a small supply room.
Uh-huh.
So, are you guys gonna go hunt?
Yeah.
What? You wanna go hunt the thing that has the whole place in lockdown?
Well, we gotta know where the fuck it is so we could set up a proper kill zone.
And let's find the security room.
But
To see if
security room.
we can
The
see it
security
from-
room will help us out. Yeah, so let's try and find the security room and then work our way from there. Or what? Do you have your flamer, or do you have? Well, what do you have?
I actually do have my flamer on me.
Okay, good.
I mean, I do also have my pistols on, but this foam gun, if it has near, we can at least maybe delay it for a second. If we come into contact. Hopefully not! Alright, so we look for the signs. Which way is the security room?
Give me some sort of navigation check, please.
Uno momento. Of course I have fucking navigate stellar.
Oh, don't worry, I got it covered. Hopefully. Especially since I've been in this facility probably before, at least at one point.
You've at least been in facilities like this one.
Yeah.
And so you know that, in fact, there's a sort of security office on each level, which usually should be staffed by guards, but apparently isn't in this case, as the researcher told you.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, you can easily make your way there.
Yay.
As you go inside, you see a sort of console. Someone's being loud in the... Oh well. You see a console with a lot of flashing lights. Marcus, would you like to give me some sort of tech use check?
Okay. Relying on my rolls is a bad idea.
You manage to sufficiently interface with the... well, with the console to figure out that the containment breach happened 2 levels below you.
Okay, the creature is 2 levels below us.
Was the May or technician still with us, or
No, he
Oh, no,
went back
he
to his
went
lab
back
to
to his
hide.
lab.
okay? We probably wouldn't have any idea if there's some sort of escalation of, level of danger the further down or up you go within the installation.
Actually, you probably would know that, having spent so much time with all the documentation. Yes. The most secured cells, or containment units, tend to be at the center of the lowest level. Basically,
Right.
where the walls are strongest and where the foundation is strongest.
All right. 2 levels below us. How deep down is that in the grand scheme of things?
It's not too far down, maybe around the low upper floors, high middle floors.
Hmm.
There's a lot of
Okay.
small labs over there, so this can't have been too large.
Right.
Okay. Here's the question. Do we go and try to slow it down? Or do we just see here how the situation goes?
Okay. So, based on the fact that they've got, like, really nothing to fucking deal with the War Beast, it is effectively just us. What we can do, since it's about 2, are these, what type of barrels are these?
Different
That's
kinds. There's some for waste. In fact, most of them are waste. Some of them are for different growth agents. Others, again, for, well, let's say biomatter. There's a lot of biomatter here. Every once in a while, there's a specially marked crate or barrel which contains something more or less unique. You want to take a close look at one of those?
Sure.
That one is labeled neurological tissue, human.
Okay. Okay. What we can do is we can kind of fight it legitimately by corridor by corridor. So we're like it's 2 levels below us. We can kind of do what we did the first time we fought one of these war beasts, where we essentially kind of kited it. If we can, get volatile, like some of those more volatile barrels, like the last time we did the growth serum that was incredibly flammable, we can hit it, with some of those web grenades and whatnot, catch it on fire, get it to chase us, get it to run through another trap.
Well, the thing is, with this time we don't have a web grenade, we have the foam gun, which range is like, what, 15 meters?
What does the foam gun do?
It's near 2 apparently.
10 meters.
10 meters. Yeah, that's the problem. We would
Okay.
need to be incredibly close to it.
Okay.
It's more of a self-defense last.
Does it like, can you spray it on the ground and it act like an adhesive, or?
You could, if and only if the war beast enters that space fairly soon afterwards.
Okay.
This is very quick hardening foam. So like one round and that stuff's gone.
Yeah, unless we have something else here in these boxes, crates or whatever. Maybe like...
So, how fast do you think the war beast is?
Well, last time it ran at us, it almost got us in one round. It's incredibly fast.
Yeah. So, I've got an agility in the 50s. Yeah, I can half move at 5, I can full move at 10, I can run at 30.
See, it is 2 levels below us. It's gonna take a little bit of time till it gets level above. Does this facility have more like stairs or elevators?
It has stairs and cargo elevators.
Okay. What if we trapped it into one of those cargo elevators, somehow baited it to come over there, make it like get stuck into like the middle?
Would the creature seek out growth serum? Like what are the creatures attracted to?
Marcus, give me an intelligence check, please.
Straight up, or logic.
Straight up. I don't believe I gave you a special knowledge skill about this.
I mean, I do have knowledge mutants if that helps.
Oh good, yeah, that would have worked too. So, only very, very few war beasts instinctually seek out growth agents. Many more just seek out meat. Usually the one that still has its blood pumping through it.
Yeah, just like, yeah, we need like, we would need meat. Preferably smelly meat.
Well, there's a
Good
barrel.
that we have you here.
Marcus. I said meat that still has its blood pumping through it. Living meat.
Well, living meat. But these things do have a...
Would that barrel of human nerve tissue work?
Yes, but not as well as you would. You are meat with blood running through it.
Fucking son of a bitch. Okay. So I'm gonna bait this fucking creature.
Are you going to be a master of it?
Yes, I'm gonna
Yeah,
be
how
a
about
master.
we bait it into the cargo elevator? Make it go like. Then just like broke the cable and make it fall all the way back from to the base floor. That ought at least hurt it.
Well, that'll trap it down there until it figures out how to use the most mythical of creatures, the stairs. If we can bait it into the elevator full of that very volatile, you know, road serum, and conveniently toss a frag or something in there that could explode, when the elevator goes down, it'll
Well, we have
explode.
supplies here. How about like acid or something like that?
Well, it's just a matter of if we can bait it into the elevator and then throw something into the elevator while it's stuck in the elevator as it drops down that, elevator floor, it's, the elevator's going to blow up with the creature in it. And that should get it.
Chris, give me a logic check, please.
Okay. You're asking the wrong man for logic. But, let's see. Oh my fucking god.
You realize that you're thinking about starting a fire in a building you are trapped inside.
Yeah, no fires.
Yeah.
Just trap it under there.
Okay.
For now, that's our plan. We still gotta.
I'll act as bait.
Or the
Hopefully
living
I managed
tissue.
to dodge.
You hear a scream from somewhere down below. Just a single one, and then cut off suddenly.
I'm still at the terminal. Does it still say that the creature is at the second floors below?
Oh no, it said that it escaped from a lab 2 floors below.
Okay, oh fuck.
This is not tracking the creature in real time.
Yeah,
This
there's
is
no like
telling you where
security
the alarm
camera.
came from.
Okay, so I'm gonna head down a floor. And I'm gonna go try and see if I can do this.
Yeah, we'll stay at the elevator. You run, I guess, to the elevator. Get up through like the top hatch. We like grab you. And then we somehow break the cable. Maybe with like, what do you think? Is there like Holler, like some strong acid that we could break like an elevator cable with?
Certainly.
It was either that or
Or shoot it, I guess.
it was either that or I get the creature to chase me. I get into the elevator, push the fucking button for the bottom floor, and then dodgeball out of it while it leaps in. Like I'm a fucking asshole fighting a Dark Souls boss.
It does have a quite a good hearing, so if it's not coming towards you, you might as well make some noise to attract it.
I start whistling the Extreme Dinosaurs theme song.
As you enter the floor the Warpies escaped from, whistling, you hear a second scream from down the hallway. Or I should say from one of the labs down the hallway. Just a moment, and then it's cut out again.
As we'll
Do you want to go
communicate through
to that lab? Chris,
Yeah, I'm here.
do you want to go to that lab?
Yeah.
You entered the lab the scream came from. and you see a body on the floor. One of the researchers, who apparently has part of his neck torn out, like something tore straight through his spine. He's lying in a pool of his own blood, quite dead.
I don't see what did it. Anywhere in the room.
Nope, nothing there.
I'll drop an awareness check just in case. I see nothing.
Oh crap.
I walk over and inspect the body further.
Give me another awareness check.
I am blind as a bitch.
There seems to be precisely one wound on the entire body, and that is to the back of the neck.
It came from behind, evidently. You know, out of an encroaching fear that's currently running up the back of my head, I'm gonna look up.
You look up, and there's a ventilation system, or a vent, with a missing crate.
Ah, shit. I'm gonna turn my microbead on to chat up Zedekiah and Aurora. It's in the vents.
Oh fuck.
Oh dear.
Yeah, this is not like a hulking war beast. This is something that I'm definitely not gonna outmaneuver.
Oh.
My recommendation: stay away from the AC unit.
And in fact, that's no, actually, where we would be in the hallway near the elevator, so there wouldn't be exactly.
There's another scream from the level above you.
Above us?
Above you, yes.
Alien isolation. I played this game before.
Yes, this is all alien isolation.
So it appears your plan is a bust.
Yep.
What are you gonna do?
Go cry in a corner.
We're not gonna outmaneuver it, so we're gonna have to we're having to be incredibly fucking vigilant because this thing is probably gonna utilize guerrilla tactics.
It does appear that way, yes. It really would be much easier if you knew what this was.
Yeah.
Enable the system to clean out the vents for emergency plagues breaking out.
So I'll start making my way back up the floors to the party.
You get there safely.
As soon as I do, I'm like, all right, guys. So we got a problem.
Yeah, if it uses the vents, there's no knowing where it is at one time. Otherwise, we could lock it down into the vents.
There should be some sort of ventilation cutoffs, right? I mean, this is a research facility and they would want to stop the progression of any airborne contaminants.
Yes.
Marcus, go ahead.
Oh, well, I just said yes. Right. There is one.
Give me a logic check, please.
Logic.
All of us?
All of you.
What's your logic, by the way, Marcus? If I'll assist.
60.
I'm a guess.
Well, that's my roll right now. 63. With that already adjusting.
That's probably good enough. I'll assist you.
Was.
It should be more than enough.
He rolled a 9, it was good enough. Marcus, you know that in cases like this, the entire ventilation system shuts off automatically, so there is no more air movement. But it can also be locked, which would usually be done in case of a pathogen containment breach.
Right, and where do we enable that?
Well, each pathogen lab has an immediate override for the next 2 junctions. And there's a bigger central controlling station somewhere on the lower levels, probably. Speaking of lower levels, there's a scream from the level below you.
It's coming closer.
Activate the card servitors.
Activate Brown Pants Protocol. Brown alert. Brown alert. This is not a drill.
Goddamn brown alert.
Another scream, this time 2 labs down from you.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Well, we should probably get moving on those ventilation cutoffs.
Yeah. This thing is fucking everywhere at once. It's Nightcrawler from the X-Men.
Or there's multiple ones.
So you run down the stairs. Behind you, you hear the occasional scream. Run down first 5 levels, then 10. At level 12, you see a sign. Ventilation Control Center. This is probably the one you want. You run around along the corridor towards a set of steel doors. They appear to be locked.
Uh-huh. And are they... Now!
Marcus interfaces with the control panel.
Disgusting.
The rest of you looks away for decency's sake. But after a few seconds, the door opens.
That door later is going to file a formal report against Zedekiah.
Oh, look. It was hitting on me.
I swear it was 18.
I made it
Also
show
knew
me
that
it's.
door was installed last year. You enter the the room, and sure enough, there's control panels for the entire ventilation system.
Oh.
Loosens and loses. But again, I think everyone involved in this loses.
This is true. Alrighty then. Let's press forward.
Are there any vents in the ventilation control room?
There are.
I shall prepare an action to flame the the God Emperor, out of them, in case of any intrusions, and instruct my more technically apt teammates to go and do machines.
I thought we were just admonishing him for doing machines.
I'll step back, lock down everything.
You do the thing. You override all the emergency lockdowns, initializing them. There's a big crunk, crunk, crunk as hatchets slam shut.
Okay, this way we could also draw it into a specific location. Do you want to do that?
Which floor do you think we could best fight it on? If we had to.
No idea at this point. I thought I had a pretty decent plan, but
Yeah, we all thought we had fairly decent plans.
There's a distant, furious screech.
Mago steps into the room. God fucking damn it!
I mean,
What
we could
idiot released the war beast?
we could try to throw it back into this basement floor and try to trap it in here somehow.
How?
That's the question. How are we gonna trap it?
Well, if we have control over the various vents, I suppose if we were to inject a scent that lures it and then open a corridor, to various sectors in limited amounts, it might draw it here. Is there any way to monitor movements within the ventilation system?
I mean, sometimes they spot blockades if something is blocking a certain section.
That could work.
There is no way to spot movement inside of the ventilation system from this vantage point. There's no mechanical solution for this.
Ah, okay. So I was just making shit up.
Now they usually find blockages mainly by trial and error.
Ah, it's
So
not. It's
that's
not
just
that. It's not that scientific and advanced that it will just automatically tell you that there's a blockade in vent A, B, C.
Marcus gets 40k. They need 10 minutes and a lot of incense to push a button.
Ah, true.
Mm.
So never mind. No. So we're
Half of
fucked
these
on that
panels are already
front.
tech heresy because they're too efficient.
I mean, unless there's like a way that we can send like, what are those eye servitors called?
Servo skulls.
So servo skulls to try and scout out those vents to find out where it is.
I mean,
Oh yeah, now
not,
we'll turn this into Five Nights at Freddy's.
Exactly.
not that the servo skulls could currently fly through the vents because you've, shot them
Yeah.
at regular intervals.
And how the hell are we gonna get our hands in that many servo skulls?
I mean,
That
we're in
shouldn't
the control center. I would suppose that they'd have some of the monitoring equipment or checking equipment here.
Speaking of things that make this discussion not matter, you hear the tearing of metal from somewhere above.
Yeah, it's not gonna stay trapped in these vents for long. We gotta find a more permanent solution. Could we trap it behind like some blast doors, maybe? I mean, these labs are equipped with blast doors, right?
Yes.
Well,
And the ones at the lower levels at least are very sturdy. Then again, you may or may not like what's on the other side of them when you first open them.
And if there happened to be a non-ventilated room too, throw it in there. Perfect.
yeah. Do you remember the story of the Mechanicus adept who used a larger one, a bigger one to get rid of the smaller one?
Well, that's a fair point too.
If you had a chance to change your fate, would you?
He did not get executed as a traitor because he was killed by the bigger one.
Hold on. I need to find this now.
He was killed by the bigger one, and the small one ate his face.
As the words of Qui-Gon Jinn goes, there's always a bigger fish.
Yes, there's always a bigger mutant.
Okay, backup plan. We'll... That's our backup plan, alright. We'll release just another mutant that's bigger than that.
Release
I think the
Kraken.
Magos would be fucking furious.
I can hear the fucking binary screaming at us right now. It's like these fucking morons. Why the fuck are we keeping them around?
I swear to the Omnissiah, these batches of inquisitorial acolytes keep getting worse by the M.
I swear, I think that Kirby one's an adept. He's just fucking lying. Not a soldier.
Okay, but seriously, any better ideas?
I have a suggestion for a custom class for class for Dark Heresy 2.0, which is actually should be the default one. You know that there's the adept as a as a role. I think that
Sage?
the basic should be inept.
Ah.
That's fair. Also canon now.
Does it just have does it just have a picture of Marcus when he rolls tech keys or logic?
Hey,
Yes.
I've been succeeding this since you set up. For now.
You almost broke my fucking reflex scope.
The special mechanic is that you add the +10 not to the target number but to your roll. All of your
Alright.
advances add to the roll.
Alright. What do I have a distinctive feeling that the end of this session is just going to be me crawling through the vent trying to find the creature to fight it.
That scene from Aliens, we give you the flamer and then you die.
So the end of the session is the creature instead finding you.
Mm.
It hasn't found us yet. Maybe it's we haven't been standing right next to the fucking vents. We gotta start shouting into the vents.
Hey, fucker!
Are you implying that this is what's gonna happen?
Yes. Uh,
So, does Aurora grease up Zebediah?
Why me?
I mean, you're kind of the Willy in this case.
This is the ones isn't that I've been actually succeeding.
And we're gonna kill him for it.
You're finally like, hey, Marcus actually is doing almost sensible stuff and succeeding in it.
He's passing his test. Kill him.
Kill him. Let him make a shittier character. Bringing the Psyker.
Slit his throat.
This must not be permitted.
Okay.
Kill him.
For finally like, hey, he's having a good day. Fuck him.
So let's recap real quickly. What are we currently doing?
Absolutely nothing.
What is the
Shitting
plan?
your pants?
What is the plan?
So
You have one.
yeah, we haven't agreed on one. That's why we're doing this off non-character discussions.
Okay.
The only plan that being thrown out is my plan of trying to trap it somehow.
Well, how are we gonna trap it in the ventilation shafts with shutoffs?
I think that what we could do is if we have a map of the ventilation system. First, what we have to do is we have to find out where do we want to trap it. Do we have a lab that is vacant, so to speak? Then we'll have someone in the control room who can switch open and close the various vent cutoffs, and a plan of how to open various channels and see, which one of them works to getting it lured inside. And of course, the most important thing, we'll have to have the sweaty human bait in said room to lure it with its alluring scent. Once we have opened the correct pathways, it will probably scent the human flesh, scramble its way into the trap, upon which the horrified screams of our dying teammate will alert the other ones to shut all exits, thus trapping the abomination within.
Okay. Wanna trust sticks?
I'll fucking do it.
Alright, I'll be in the control room since... Well, unfortunately, I think I'm the only one who knows how to operate this thing.
And I'll come up with the correct combination of gates to open in the ventilation system.
Yeah, the map should be right here as I pull it up for you.
I have a distinctive feeling that after I got out of that test tube, that Tech Priest was gonna tell me that I had 3 months to live.
Aww.
Generous.
Being optimistic.
Yeah, he was gonna say you have 3 days to retirement.
Yes.
Optimism is all I have.
All right. Do you want to give me an assist on the logic test?
Sure.
Watch me roll a 90 plus.
98. 98 specifically.
Yeah, I've been rolling 96s and 98s.
98. 98. God damn it. God damn it.
Very mediocre. Would have passed without, but appreciate the degree of success.
Hey, it's always
What
better.
exactly is he trying to figure out?
Coming up with which combination of opened air vents would be the best to hopefully lure the mutant into the correct place.
And the correct place for you would be?
The empty, or hopefully empty, lab within which we seek to entrap it.
One with one of those heavily enforced blast door systems that nothing then can escape.
One of the big labs. One of the ones with the big war beasts in them.
That does the things and the stuff.
With the mandibles.
And the tings and tings and tings.
Alright. You can certainly, with a very good tech use check, as in minus 30 Marcus, this system was not built for fine control.
But
you could open exactly the shutters that lead there.
okay.
I'll pray to the Emperor.
Minus 30?
Minus 30.
Okay, I do have combi duel, and I just believe that gives me a plus 10, so it only goes to 20. Hold on, you put in the input value as 20. Just, yeah, I believe so. Or I could just burn a fate point and succeed. Oh well, let's see. This is a terrible idea. The target is a little wrong, but I succeed.
Yeah, the target should probably be 63, but that's still success. So, you managed to figure out how and which of these shutters you need to open, and do so. There's clanking from the ventilation system, as something scurrying down the pipes over several stories. And then there's a scream from the level below you.
Oh well. Acceptable casualties.
You're an acceptable casualty.
Well, you guys
Anything
would
you'd
have
like to do?
probably, well, Chris would have wanted to go beforehand so he could actually entrap it in there. Maybe.
He wants to face it mano a mano.
Yes,
A
I
mano.
wish you fist fight it. A no holds barred fist fight.
No bars hold.
The movie.
I mean, I'm not gonna stop you from fist fighting this thing.
Fist it good.
What's
Undefeated.
that smell? Dookie!
Marcus, is there anything you want to do after the scream?
Don't suppose I can just, I technically know that it's in that room. Don't suppose I can just entrap it now in that room?
Yes!
Okay, I'll do that.
Hit the button.
Boom! Bang! You douche!
Excellent! The shutters close again. There's a very angry scream again. And the creature is trapped inside the room.
Right. I
Well-
suppose now would be a good time to check if there is either a pyroclastic, vent everything in the room protocol, or possibly contact the Magos and state that we have it contained for now. Please send reinforcements.
Yeah!
Well, good and bad news. Good news? The containment protocols in that room are likely to be cataclysmic. Because that's one of the big labs where the big war beasts are. And those are hard to put down. So any containment protocol that's going to destroy the big war beast is almost certainly going to destroy something that can fit inside a vent. Bad news is, this is not the place to trigger it.
Well, I'm triggered.
You would have to go down to the lab.
Fuck.
You can trigger it from the outside, though. That's second.
Well, time to skedaddle.
I guess so. Walk, 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 walk.
Run, 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 run. To our certain doom.
What is the role for walking and running? You know.
Roll me toughness to breathe.
I choose
And
to
while
fail.
you're at it, roll me an intelligence to breathe.
I choose to fail.
Good, you die.
Freedom!
You run down one level towards the lab you've signaled out. And Marcus, tech use.
Yay!
Yar.
Any penalty bonus?
Regular tech use.
Okay, competitive plus 10.
You interface once again with the control panel.
Disgusting.
And succeed the hell out of it.
Yes. In fact, it succeeds so well that the containment process starts right away. There's a sort of spraying sound. And then an inhuman screech, which you've, in a variation of anger, heard before, as well as a loud bellow, deep and deafening, which is probably from the war beast, the big war beast inside. And they keep going and going in obvious pain. A minute in, the screech stops, but the bellow continues for another 10 minutes, until it too falls silent. Congratulations, your kill count in Warbeast is now 3.
Ooh.
Of which you have seen
XP!
exactly 1.
Wait. So that means that we have 3 change points in Murderer of War Beasts. So our Murderer of War Beasts quality is now 2. Excellent.
Yes. Unfortunately, your healthy fear of war beasts is also at 2 now.
Damn it!
Yeah, gain 1d5 insanity points.
Yeah,
Come on.
insanity is good.
If I was probably doing insanity, you would already be insane.
Implying we are not already insane.
Mechanically insane.
You're implying that we already aren't.
Well... I believe we have victory? Question mark?
Screech, ow.
Victory indeed. Now all you need to do is contact the Magos and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, who wants to have that conversation?
What conversation? The victorious conversation where we save the
Yeah, we
facility from
saved
further
the
destruction.
day, but we also screwed up again his...
Terribly sorry about the war beast, my lord.
Do you contact the Magos?
Well, we have to.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Marcus can easily interface with one of the comm systems inside of the facility. As it springs to life, he hears vile cursing in binary. What kind of fucking moron did fucking reset his goddamn contingencies? What do we even train these fucking idiots for? Have none of them been listening? I should probably feed an entire class to a warbeast just as a warning. And it keeps going and going and going.
I just sit there as like the stream of static that I'm hearing that is the fucking binary. Which like Zedekiah in the distance is just translating.
I'm just like, don't interrupt yet. Don't interrupt yet, as I'm like just holding up my hand.
He is not slowing down. If anything, he's cursing himself into even more of a frenzy.
He's speeding up.
Okay. What lab was this? Lab 50 XP?
50 XP.
Sure.
This is Uncle Zedekiah reporting in from Lab 50 XP.
Did you just tell the fucking Magos your name was Uncle Zedekiah?
Oh my god, his first name actually is Uncle.
Yes.
And here I thought it was
Hey,
just
it's
going
my
to be
agent
flirtatious.
name, shut up.
I'm gonna have to call him Uncle from now on.
Well, that's what the kids in the streets called me.
No, what they called you was old timer, old fuck, and get the fuck out of my way, you smelly kabam.
We had a kind of a situation here, and it seemed one of your war priest managed to escape its containment.
Yes, I noticed. And it's binary. Yeah, I fucking noticed, you
But
underhuman.
we have some
You
good
inbred
news.
punk.
We managed to contain it and kill it.
That is good news. So much fucking money! That's our budget for at least half the month gone. It is good to hear that you have successfully killed the war beast that escaped.
In binary. I'm gonna beat your ass with a fucking 2x4.
That's going to be so much fucking paperwork to actually get any funding around here. I will now lift the quarantine. The emergency lights go off, the real lights come on, and the shutters open. You are free.
Freedom!
I'll waltz my way into that the room with the scientist who was hiding, the one that we were chatting with when all this went down.
He's still there.
Yeah, you were gonna give us some results from his lab test.
What? Oh. Yeah, sorry, that's just... yes. He's fine. There is no residual traces in his body, which we needed to make sure because the alternative would have been quite bad and we would have had to purge him. You see,
Oh.
we ran on tests, and the drug you brought in, that was timed. Well, what the locals call time dust.
Yeah.
Which is a combat drug. developed by us. The real name is still pending.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's probably going to be time dust at this point. Such things tend to take a life on their own.
Yeah, the serial number for it was quite long and pain to remember.
Well, yes, those are temporary project names until the Monitorum gives official permission and the real name is assigned. Anyways, so the main part was a drug, but there were some impurities, and you know this, we ran tests on those, and we finally figured out what they are. They are neural secretions, hormones and enzymes from, well, brains, except not human brains.
No.
No, these came from neural glands of gene stealers.
No.
Bomb, bomb, bomb.
And unless we miss our guess, when you took the drug, you were for a time connected to their hive mind.
Womp, womp.
And I believe this is where we'll stop for today.
Can we get an I see you?
Yeah,
No, but at some point the gene stealer patriarch is going to tell him that he's his father.
Oh no.
Just gonna show up at my doorstep one day. Oh, hello there, sport. Just because I don't come around too often doesn't mean you can't talk to me about things.
So, I did tell you would regret taking this.
Yep.
So consider this. Anything you knew at the time you took the drug, the gene stealers know as well.
So yeah, I'm gonna be shot, even if the Mechanicus ain't gonna do it, because I'm a massive security leak.